and establish a city by iniquity.
So that's exactly how they got this land. They didn't come over here and get it. Hey, brother, let's make an agreement. We gonna live on this side, y'all gonna live on that side peacefully. No, they didn't want half. They wanted the whole thing. And our Native American brothers, they were coming. We were taught how to be there, and we also taught how to be warriors as well too. So we would defend ourselves. They put up a hell of a fight too. They didn't just say, okay, now they're killing us, we just gonna stand here and let the law. No, we fought back. But it's prophesied that we was gonna fall as a nation because of the breaking the law. That's the only reason why the Native Americans lost that. They held out for a while, but they loved it. Ultimately, they loved it.
And they give them all time of diseases.
Like for example, tribe of Reuben. You ever heard of Florida State?
Yeah.
Alright, you know the Indian that they got? The Seminole Indian, that's their mascot, right? The reason why they chose that to be their mascot, because technically to this day, the Seminole Indians is the only Indians that never conceded to the white man. They are still technically at a state of war with the white man. But this ain't.
So I'm trying to find what's up with all the like what's up all the sports and then like they logos. That's the one thing I was
That's all mockery, bro.
It's mockery. It's disrespect. Disrespect to have a team called the Washington Redskins. It's disrespect.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Ye also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Who does that? Only the so-called white folks did that, man. When it's going into the wine, it's basically going into a drunken state. When you intoxicated, right? You don't make wise decisions. You do whatever. You're a wild, rapping person. So just like when you go into Revelations and they talk about being drunk with philosophy, right? You everywhere. Nothing is stable about you. Your equilibrium is off, physically and mentally. So, but that's a natural state of those people. Natural state of the Edomites.
This is verse 8, same book, same chapter. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
So all that they do in the other nations, it's going to come right back onto them. Also, we definitely going to reward them back for that. Definitely.
So we're going to get out.
This, like you said, you don't watch the news, right? If you actually look at, now all the news is not a lie. They do bring out certain facts, right? But they hold back a lot of the actual truth, right? So what's going
probably
on?
watch as far as the weather. They probably lie about that too.
Nah, it's stuff they be bringing out that be true. This is why if you watch the news, brother, you gotta watch several news sources about the same thing. Cause you have reference.
So I seen a
different articles.
I'm gonna cut you off. I don't want to cut nobody or eat my parents. But I was just saying, like, it was an article about this boy, about his mother at the Chicago grocery store, and two people had got him. But then two people tried to, like, I guess, like, kidnap him. And then they came on story talking about some he was never kidnapped. He was still in the back of the car. Why you gonna get their parents scared like that? And what's the name?
They lie too.
They lie, but see, brother, you keep hitting on an interesting point about this brother. But this brother, you keep asking about the law. Basically, what you trying to get at, where is the benefit for you? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Where's the benefit in you keeping the law? I mean, we sitting there telling you gotta follow this course for me to listen to God. Just like anything, the Lord is practical. What the hell do I get out of it? See what I'm saying? And that a good understanding of that is when you go into the book of Judah. Because the book of Judah, when you get into it, right? Remember these brothers was telling you how everybody in the world know who we are except for us, right? Now when you get, now make a long story short, with Judah, you had one of the partial kingdoms of Alexander the Great going up against Israel, Judea, to destroy them, right? And they wanted to get a pact with the Japanese people and the Ammonites who was living in that area. Now the Japanese people, being that they was living in that area, they told the white man, hell no, we not fighting you today. He said, why? Because they knew our whole history. You see what I'm saying? He said, do you not know what they God for them did in Egypt? And then the white man was like, so basically, you know, because the white man, he don't hear nothing about nothing. Because he like, look, I'm white and I got 100,000 armed men at my back. They worship gods of what? Wood and stone. So if you couldn't see it, or you couldn't touch it, it wasn't nothing to it. See what I'm saying? But let me go ahead and bring this precept out. This is Judah, verse 5 and 17. And willest they sin not before they God, they prosper.
For 20 minutes.
Just that simple. Gospel 1 and 8. So you get the transgression of the law, just so we can know it, see it. See what I'm saying? Because it says that if you don't sin, you will prosper under God. See what I'm saying? One thing people, especially a lot of Christians, throw around the term real loosely is sin. They don't know it's
sin. Transgressive also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
Sin is transgression of the law of God. Now, one question you should ask yourself, if that is the case, then why is my pastor telling me the law is done away with?
Right.
In Revelation 22:14.
See what I'm saying? Like, look how you shook your hand when you heard that. You like, damn, that don't even. You like, hey, like, why would they say something
Yeah,
like
cause
that?
like I know I feel like people in the Christians that always like break rules of law or anything like that. I'm like, I said, what you trying to pray to cover up what you did was wrong?
That's all they doing. But listen to the brother Joshua.
You think if you it's cool, you broke a sin, you gonna pray and then it's gonna be better. It's not.
Nah.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, starting at verse 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mightest observe to do. Servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
2 times the word prosperous came out. 17 the Apocrypha. And willest they sin not before the Lord, they prosper. You see what I'm saying? Because they know the law. That's the law. The law is to keep the law, you're going to prosper. Right? Because the Most High have hated iniquity that was with them. In many battles, very sorrow, and were led captive into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their God was cast down to the ground, and their cities were taken by their enemies.
So that's what happens when you break the laws of God. That's back into that point. That's us, and the other nations knew that they can keep us breaking the laws. And guess what? We don't come out of this state. No reason at all. But now it's an appointed time now, right, until the end in this kingdom, that those that keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, it's a number of those people. They're going to be the ruling body in the land of Israel. And all nations, we're going to take other nations in the land. Right. We're going to rule over them. But before you grab that, give me Revelations 22 and 14.
No problem.
Because this is at the end of the day, this is what you want. You don't want to be outcast to the Most High. Especially you being of the bloodline of the chosen people, the people on the side. You don't want to be outcast from the people.
22 and 14.
22 and 14, yeah.
Last chapter of the Bible.
How Christians always say, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. The Lord blessed me this morning. This is what it means to be blessed.
Revelations 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Blessed are they that do what?
His commandments.
That's what it means to be blessed. Why?
That they may have the right to the tree of life.
So for us to get eternal life, for us to rule in this kingdom, what? Keep reading.
And may enter through the gates unto the city.
The city is Jerusalem.
For without are dogs and scorners and whoremongers and murderers and idolaters and whoever loveth and maketh a lie.
All sinners. So, like I read before, all those things you just read out, Anything without doing the laws of the Most High, you living in sin. So you can't receive a blessing from the Most High and doing wrong in your life.
Yeah, I wish I found like people like
They not blessed.
People someone weird morning and that your bad stuff your whole life thing and you to heaven.
Them people ain't blessed at all.
I don't want you to want suffering the most.
Hey, exactly. They give all their money to the pastors and pastors' lives. So come on, they ain't got no.
To me, that's a whole fix to me. Cause I mean, it should be free because it's a service about the Lord.
The church, the modern day. What's that pastor name? Creflo Dollar. Come on, you got a congregation of people. You know you got poor people in your congregation. People are going to church to get help. They need their spiritual healing, eternal healing. But you can't go to the doctor and take 2 of these and call them in the morning. No. You need to take 613 of these, and then the Most High gonna bless you. But it's not on our time when we receive the blessing. We got to do the work and follow through. Yeah, you can't do all the laws for a month or two. Be like, you know what? I'm gonna go back in the world. No, it don't work like that, bro. Yeah. And it's for us to practice it now. So when we go in the kingdom, we continue that. Why would I get a blessing? Most High can give you a blessing now because you've done the laws a few times, and then you go in the kingdom and you don't do the laws no more because you think it's sweet. No. Come on, you can put the death and cast out.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 12.
I got one right. This is 2 John. Oh, wait.
Philippians 2 and 12.
This is the book of Philippians chapter 2, verse 12.
You know what, Salaki? Give me Philippians 1 and 15.
This is the book of Philippians chapter 1, verse 15. Is it 15?
Yeah, 15 go all the way down to 18.
Some indeed preach Christ, even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill. The one preached Christ of contention, not sincerity, supposing to notwithstanding every way, whether in patience or in truth, Christ is preached, and I therein do rejoice, yea, and will rejoice.
So just like we saying, we teaching the gospel. We out here not doing it of our own will or for some filthy lucre or vain deceit. We doing this to wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel and reach the chosen elect. And you, brother, I mean, from watching you earlier, I watched you let your ice melt. You know what I'm saying? So I know the spirit of the Most High is there. Give me, what was that? Sorry, Sloppy. What is it? 2 and the one I called first, 2 and...
How old is you, bro?
Is it 2?
See, it's good. You can get this installed early. You see what I'm saying? And then when you start becoming more and more into your manhood, you can have the Lord
You
grounded in you.
understand what's teasing?
You understand what I'm saying?
People,
All of us
they
came
think
into the truth as men. We was all men when we came into the truth.
What?
See, you got a precious time right now, brother. You can come
Wait, you
in
got some
now
juice?
while you're young and going into your manhood. So by the time you are age, brother, you be right here and be ferocious.
Yeah, cause I'm like you said, I'm young. I got a. Too many people say I got an old heart. Anyway, I'm not people, so I like to listen.
Brother, ain't nothing wrong that you don't want to look like a half a damn clown every damn day. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with the fact that you want to do something constructive instead of being high up on some damn pack loud every other 5 minutes. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong, brother, that you have Lord, I'm gonna tell you straight like this, brother. If you didn't have no love for the Lord, you would not be. I came to this truth because I had love for the Lord, just like these brothers did. And not only did we have love for the Lord, we had love for our own people. You see what I'm saying, young brother? You here now because you love the Lord and you love your people. You see what I'm saying? But just like anything, we got to be taught. You see what I'm saying? But you, brother, you got a chance right now to become a ferocious warrior. Because you 16, you see what I'm saying? And see, with us, you know what I'm saying, even though we came into the truth as men, it's still, how can I say, past influence that can still possibly even tempt us. You see what I'm saying? But see, with you, keeping the law from such a young age, you see what I'm saying? That could be the cornerstone of what you
Do you want to sit in my chair?
Philippians 2.
This is the book of Philippians chapter 2 verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
That's right. Read that part again, work out your own salvation.
But now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
That's right. So get this truth from here on out. Keep pressing forward. We're going to give you a way to stay in touch so you can keep learning. We're going to give you the website, the YouTube. We're going to write it down. So when you go home, go on YouTube, get busy. Keep reading.
For it is God which worketh in you both to do well and to do of his good pleasure. Do all things without murmuring and disputing, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world.
That's right. You shine this light because the Spirit of the Most High is on you to teach your people. The Most High gave me this word early this morning for a brother like you. So get busy, like we said. Is that on that? What I say, start at 15? That's it.
All right, brother. Bring out how you love the Lord. Yeah, John. Yeah, second John. Right after that,
It's good you came back around, brother. Because like I said, you see the amount of people that come and we ask. Yeah, I know. Then you ask, okay, you know you
What?
They don't want to talk about it.
Because like people my age, they're like, I don't care.
Nah, cause you gotta understand, when you youthful, you have that naive. You see what I'm saying? But
I just feel like
the Lord said that being youth is not an excuse.
No.
You understand? Because if you sinning and you youthful, you could still be taken out. See what I'm saying? Henceforth, that's why we have all these young men dying. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know what can piss the Lord off.
You don't want to.
And you don't want to know. Yeah, second John
That's
chapter
all the
1
punishment
verse
from Most
6.
High.
Like I told you, I watch this.
Life
Mother,
is
you watch
melting.
this. Mom, I watch this. But, you know, it's my mom can tell.
Your life
Nah,
is
You
melting.
need to watch it.
It
You are
like
man.
It's always
It's
letting
important
it
for a
you.
man to know what's going on at all times. You need to be able to make concise decisions. You can't make concise decisions without information. You understand what I'm saying? Now, don't ever take nothing for face value. Always, if you have several resources or references, check it. Recheck it and make sure we speak the truth. Okay? What we're going to bring out right now is second.
This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye shall walk in it.
Good, 1 John 5. Now, the Lord said, this is love, plain and simple, right? This is his love, that we walk after his commandments. What's another word for commandments? Commandments? No, what's another word? What's another synonym? Another similar word to commandments. We've been using a whole lot of it.
Law.
Law. The law. The law is something you have to do, right? So is a commandment. See what I'm saying?
No.
Now it says that this is love, that you do my commandments that I've told you from the beginning. When he gave, right, that's right, brother. When he gave the law to Adam. See what I'm saying? That's what he's talking about. When I told you to walk in these from the beginning. Okay? Go ahead, read that. Thanks.
1 John chapter 5, verse 3.
Come on.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
The commandments ain't hard to do, brother. Brother, you gotta understand the Most High is the power. He don't need to not eat no pork. He don't need to not eat no shrimp. We need to do that so we don't get high cholesterol and high blood pressure. He told us what we need to do to help us out. You see what I'm saying? But just like any loving parent, if your child is doing stuff that is self-destructive, it pisses you off. Then you gotta what? You gotta chastise them. Everything that you see right now is the Most High chastisement because He loves us. The white man is nothing but the belt in his hand. And if you don't want him on your ass, keep the law, keep the commandments.
That's right.
Just that simple. That's why I didn't want to just. We brought out all this stuff about the law and how important it was. You see what I'm saying? But the thing about it is you got to know how to follow it. And you got to know the significance of what following is. Because you got to understand the Lord has a masculine spirit. He has a masculine body. He's a man. You understand what I'm saying? Not like a fleshly man. But I'm talking about his way he deals with it as a man. See what I'm saying? The most important thing that a man needs before anything else is respect. And the greatest form you can show a man is by being obedient to what he tells you to be obedient. You see what I'm saying? Like, for example, let's take your parents. You got to be obedient to your parents, right? But if every 5 minutes your mother telling you something, you like, F you, mom, I'm grown, I'm doing what I want, and then you turn around and say, Mom, I love you, she gonna look at you like you bugging me. You don't do nothing she say. See what I'm saying? So if you want to show your love and appreciation to the Lord, it's simple. It ain't this overly faggot emotional spasm people be having on Sundays and they falling out speaking some Google Gaga language. None of that. Simply, brother, you start by keeping the law. Now, you ain't going to jump off the gate keeping all the law. It's impossible. None of us up here do. And we'd be liars if we did. I told you that. It's a gradual process. First thing you do is you start with the stuff you know you can keep now. Then you deal with the stuff that you got to work on. And then as you become more serious with it, more serious with your walk, gradually you start to put more of the burden of the law of keeping it on yourself until you can keep it to the best of your ability. And that right there alone, not keeping it to what you think, keeping it to the best of your ability that God gave you is enough for you to sit well with the Most High. See what I'm saying? And that does not give you license to sin. Because where you fall short at yourself, that's where you have your king who died for you with grace to pick you up. So you try to the best of your ability to keep the law. But wherever you fall short, you can call on your king or his majesty Yahweh and his grace, and that will make up the difference. But if the difference is too great and he only died once, he ain't gonna die 5 times. See what I'm saying? And the difference is too great, the sin is too wicked, it's only but so much grace you're gonna get. Because eventually you got to have some type of responsibility for your actions that you do. Don't be like a lot of these men out here who live their life with no responsibility or thinking about their actions. Henceforth, that's how you have these young boys out here with 4 or 5 kids by 4 or 5 different women. They either smoke some pack, hit the joint, I ain't had no rub, I ain't feel like going to the store. Now we got a brand new baby on the earth. And 9 times out of 10, our tax dollars got paid for. See what I'm saying? Wisdom, brother. Now if you come out here and hear us again, we can expound on how the Most High views wisdom. He views wisdom more important than anything. See what I'm saying? It's very important. And this is wisdom. Not knowing a bunch of Jeopardy facts. You see what I'm saying? Not knowing all the stuff Esau say is smart. This is wisdom, brother. Knowing this book right here, you know everything. Okay? What's your name? Xavier? Good. You're strong, man. Who raised you up? 10 Bible codes. Love break. I'm saying, you at a point right now, you're gonna start making decisions to decide where your life is gonna be.
Brother got a warrior spirit on him. I see him. They stand out here on the street out here and they sell water. When they run out of water and ice, y'all come get ice and you haul it back. And you out there. I seen y'all there in your flip-flops. They work, man.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
you got the spirit on you, man.
See, brother, and that's a good thing. You ain't trying to sit up under nobody and wait for a handout.
You never know who watching it, you know?
I'm saying the Lord can work with a man like that. A man who willing to go out there. Ain't no brother in that Bible ever got handed nothing. You know how Yahweh Shah became the king is because he died. He would have been king of nothing if he ain't died. And that was the Lord's son.
Fulfill the prophecy.
And that's how much he loved us. You think if you have a child, you kill your child for your people? Hell no. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's why the Lord had to do it. Because we can't do it.
That's right.
See what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with it. You see what I'm saying? But brother, stay humble like we doing now and keep that good spirit that you got going. Hustling, doing your thing. Don't take a handout from nobody, brother. That's the beginning of being weak. Now, I'm not telling you to go hungry trying to be proud. Because you got people out here who will hurt themselves trying to prove a point. I'm not saying that at all, brother. If you're hungry and somebody's going to offer it, take it because it's coming from the Lord. You see what I'm saying? What you're doing right there is good. And always be mindful, just because you're young, always be mindful about your future and how these decisions are going to affect you. Because trust me, everybody up here can remember when they were 16, it was just like yesterday. Then all of a sudden you close your eyes, you wake up at 25. Close them again, you wake up, 30. See what I'm saying? You gotta remember, the Lord only capped us in 70 years.
We all good, Ox?
We good.
I don't know how to do the salute, Joe. You want to close this out?
Yeah, close this out.
You know how to do it? Yeah. The HOI joint? Yeah.
Aki, Amaji, Papanya, Hakodam. Salute. Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
For how long?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
What we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
What we gonna do?
Take the
What
kingdom.
we gonna do?
Take the kingdom.
How?
By Shema Shaka Hawashai.
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 Kwam Yashela.
Kwam Yashela.
Kwam Yashela.
Kwam Yashela.
Kwam Yashela.
Kwam Yashela.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.